All right, we have come to a close on our time together, learning a little bit about the history of jazz music. I hope you've enjoyed this, and it possibly increase your interest in different kinds of music. So take from it what you can. We're going to finish with a group that has really established itself through the main person, Pat Metheny, and the Pat Metheny group. He's been at the forefront of jazz for 40 plus years, 50 maybe. This recording comes from 1997, and he found the inspiration from Iranian folk music, the music of Iran, of all places. So I've had a chance to play the big band version of this chart, and it's very complicated. It's probably one of, if not the most difficult piece of music I've ever performed professionally. He had a musical partner from 1977 until just last year, 2020, when Lyle Mays passed away. Lyle was a keyboard player, pianist, composer, arranger, and he and Pat were like two fingers on the same hand. They worked very closely together, toured together, and they played off of each other incredibly well. So it's a great loss to the music world when Lyle passed away. This album that Heat of the Day is featured on is called Imaginary Day. And in 1999, it was nominated for and won 2 Grammy Awards in separate categories. It won the Best Contemporary Jazz Album and Best Rock Instrumental Performance. So that's 2 pretty widely separated styles, and you'll hear why in a second. This is an absolutely incredible piece of music. Pat Metheny went to the Berklee School of Music in Boston and was actually teaching there while he was still a teenager. Amazing. He did his first professional recording with Jaco Pastorius, so he's kind of on that same level. Absolutely stellar playing. Everything he's done is the top level in the world. He heard an album when he was younger by a guy named Wes Montgomery. The album Smokin' at the Half Note. And he credits that particular album with helping him learn how to play the guitar as well as he does. Knowing him, he probably sat down and played along with the entire album, got every single note right. He's just a freak of that. The tune, Heat of the Day, and a lot of the other music on this album, Imaginary Day, has been used on the Weather Channel for many, many years. And if you're ever, if you have the Weather Channel on in the background, you might have heard some of his music and didn't even know it. They've been using that for 20 years. It's pretty neat. The bass player that plays with Pat Metheny pretty much on everything since about 1980, his name is Steve Rodby. And I actually played in a band in Spokane with Steve Rodby's father-in-law, who was a trombonist, and that was kind of interesting because I didn't get to meet him or anything, but he told me stories, so it was kind of neat. Pat Metheny has also composed movie soundtracks, quite a few of them actually. One of the first ones that was a big hit for him was a film from 1985 called The Falcon and the Snowman, and it was kind of a Russian spy Cold War story. In 1982, Pat Metheny got his first Grammy Award for an album called Off Ramp. And as of 2020, he has earned a total of 20 Grammy Awards. So maybe he and a couple of these other guys, like Chick Corea, they can get together and, make a big tower or something out of them. I don't know. They're pretty nice, really. Okay, this tune is a little long, but it's worth a listen in its entirety. I'm going to play a few minutes of it for you here, and then it would be really worth your time to go look it up and listen to the original thing. And if you like it, look up the big band arrangement, because you'll hear me playing on it. Aha! Okay, here we go. Pat Metheny, Heat of the Day. This is a live concert recording from '98, I believe. Okay, that much was one time through the form. So, it's very long form. Interesting, very interesting music. And pretty much all of his music is this interesting. There's a great album called Secret Story, one called Letter from Home. And those are all wonderful, wonderful recordings. Totally worth listening to. He did another thing called the Orchestrion Project, where it's just him, but through MIDI and through his guitar, he controls something like 2,000 other instruments. They set up the whole thing in his church and recorded it. I've got it on DVD. We'll look at it sometime. It's incredible. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our time together and that it inspired you to go listen to more jazz. Okay, that's what I got for you. Hope you had a good time. Bye.